Good morning, good morning, good morning. Get up, you're on call, say your prayers, do anything you got to do to get this day started, man. Don, we back at it, episode 31, man. We back at it. And guess what I always tell them, Don? That's what I always say every time, man. Every time. I remember we was in Best Buy. We was about to split.
Gotta hit him with that one.
We was about to buy the whole Best Buy. Then we just started working with our phones. Now we got a little production team behind us and everything, man. So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man. And you know where we came from, man. Go sit in your bathroom for 60 months, 120 months, and you figure it out.
Think about it for a while.
Yeah, you think about it.
Think about it, man. Yo, man, we at 31, so we got a real special, man. This is a special, man. We thank you for coming out, man. We got Devon Allah, man, running for North Ward City Council, man, for the city of Trenton, man. We got him, man, in the building this morning. We want to thank you, man, for taking the opportunity to come out here with us, man.
Yes.
You understand, show us some love, man.
You already know, man.
And man, we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna let you tell the people who might not know you, but you know, tell them about you, man, who you are, what's going on, man, and then we'll get into it.
Straight to
Straight
it.
to it.
I'm your brother. I'm a servant.
Yeah.
I'm a youth ambassador. I'm another black man striving to get out here in the front and stay in the front to make sure that we are represented, to make sure that truth is spoken to power, and to make sure that the community, especially our young people who are coming up behind us, have a different point of reference that they can look to redirect some of those energies. So when they get of age, when they become mature of age, they'll have a solid foundation and not be caught up in that sadness and the madness that's out here in the streets, man. So that's who Divine Allah is, man. Born and raised right here in the city of Trenton, and still on this path,
And that's a good thing.
Real simple.
And me just looking at you, I ain't taking nothing away from nobody else, man. But I know you a Trenton native, man, from EP days, and I'm talking about Electric Playground. You want to go back? I know you're a Trenton.
Yes, sir.
And then one more thing, man.
EPs.
If anybody else ain't got no connection to the community, me myself, two brothers I look at, you and BU, William Shaw. Y'all too, man. If y'all ain't got connections to the youth, man, something ain't, you know, both of y'all, when I think about youth, I think about both of y'all. And y'all, it's deep.
Give thanks, brothers. I appreciate it, man.
Man, Court going forward, man. You already be doing a lot of stuff, man. And definitely. And one thing I want to speak of, because this is what you talk about, like your health and what you was on the health thing, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, that aspect of the greater power. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the person healthy, and definitely like when you speaking like our citizens, our elders, man, our seniors.
Go ahead.
And I know you got something going forward. That's how you pushing this. You know, what would you say you got going for the elders, and what would you like see start happening outside of what's been going on, the normal of the North Ward Council and all that stuff? What was your plan be now moving forward with like our elders and the seniors?
Well, elder and senior care is always important to me because I know for sure making this investment, you know, our mantra is health is wealth. When we, you know, y'all brothers know in this fitness and wellness world, we're making an investment. You know, I'll be 50 years old next month, or this month, the end of this month. You know, so that's because I've been making an investment in my health. None of us getting out of here alive, but while we're alive, we can make it worth living. And I know for sure that one day I'm going to be in a position of a senior citizen or an elder. Whatever I can do to get our elders to stay vibrant, to stay moving, to stay happy when they walk around the community and not be afraid. You know, elder and senior care is tied to every other issue that's spoken about in our platform. I know other candidates talk about it, but quality of life is very important. That's the backdrop for elder and senior care. And public safety. Our elders have to be safe. So I'm going to do whatever I can to put my foot forward to make sure that they are taken care of first and foremost, because they are basically that first line of wisdom, not of defense. We say elders for wisdom, youth for war. You know, we still have the energy, we still have the strength, we still have that go ahead, that fire to get out there and speak this truth, but our elders are our wisdom. Our elders are our safety net, that's our foundation. So I'm going to do everything I can to get our elders what they need so they don't have to be suffering and struggling, because some of the stories I've heard just knocking on doors and visiting some of our elders at these senior centers, man, they're going through it.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the city should be ashamed of itself for treating our elders the way they treat them.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And I agree with that too, because I think this world, like after you get a certain age, they feel like, man, you don't mean nothing to the world.
Yeah.
Even though you might be Social Security or something. Then they chump you off. You work all your life, then they give you $200 or $300 Social Security.
Yeah.
Right.
You probably been you fought for this country, did all type of stuff. They do chump you off. But what I want to know, like, this I'm gonna take you somewhere. This real fast.
Yes,
this,
sir.
Getting up in the morning and before you start running, what made you just get up and say, I want to run? Like, what made you like your heart just like I want to do this? Like, what gave you like the push?
First, man, I don't like to see us struggling.
Yes.
This is 2022, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black man and woman should not be still facing the same issue that our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents were facing here in this country. 2022, we still facing poor education, poor schooling. We still facing police brutality, police harassment. We still have poverty, unemployment at such a level that it's unbelievable. And Trenton is a small enough city where we can get things handled basically in a 24-hour period if we were serious about getting things handled. So my thing, once I got a big degree of knowledge of myself, I said, man, I got to get out here on this front line. I gotta represent where Malcolm left off. I gotta represent where Huey P. Newton left off. I have to represent where Sojourner Truth left off, where Ida B. Wells left off. I have to represent. I wanted to be a part of that. I could have been doing anything else, but I said, nah, this is the choice I'm going to make. And it wasn't an easy choice because, stepping out front saying that you want to be a fighter for our people, I'm going to leave y'all with this. The ones you fighting for is the ones you end up fighting more. I learned that along this path, man. It's a hell of a journey. Attempting to put your face out there for our people, to put your body out here for our people, you're going to be fighting a lot more. Before you even get to the issues, you're going to be fighting our people more. So I said, all right, let me toughen up my armor. Let me sharpen my sword and use you two brothers as more inspiration coming up behind me. I'm going to keep doing this thing, man. So that's what drives me. And also on the health side of it, I lost my father at a young age. I had two parents coming up. And my father was out of here at 47 because of his health. 47, he was a baby. So all of my siblings, we've all passed my three older siblings, they've all passed the 50-year-old mark. So I'm gaining on that 50 the end of this month, and I'm looking forward to it. But it's also a blessing because our father was not here because of his health. So I take health and wellness very serious. Most of my generation, if it wasn't because of the streets, it's because of our health that we up out of here. So I want to be that better example for our young brothers and sisters, man.
Man, when I saw that you was actually running for North Forward, I was like surprised and shocked. I'm like, oh, no, you've been doing this journey, for the community for forever since I knew you, out there and things like that. But seeing you now going on the forefront, like, man, it's a time. I'm like, oh yeah, clapping, like round of applause, like, all right, this is what we need. We a vibrant brother, you get what I'm saying, who cares, genuinely cares, but not just about the political part, but actually helping people to build mentally, physically, spiritually. That's what it's about. Saying? That health part, because we know the healthier our communities are, the healthier we could thrive and the healthier we could grow. So that right there, bro, it was like, yes, we got somebody who and now putting a lot on the line, not for himself, because he's stepping up big time. I'm like, but it's something he could do. And it was just seeing it, I was just so applause. I'm like, yes, we need this.
I appreciate it, brother.
Definitely, bro, because we need it, and it's like this is where we need, like you said, the fight be against each other so much, man, when you getting out there. And it's like, this is where we need you, and everybody need to come behind you for that push, because we don't see this too often of a young black man coming up healthy, in shape, vibrant, and running for one of these positions.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was amazed at. Because I'm like, it's a vibrant young brother be 50, blessing, you get what I'm saying? But vibrant, healthy, like knowledge, you feel what I'm saying? Wisdom, understanding. So a lot to spread, and then the youth, how you connect with them, you able to talk to them even through the midst of what they're going through.
Yes, sir.
And not just throwing the mask on and say, oh no, because this violence I ain't dealing with, no, we're going to throw them to the wood.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man.
Gotta get out there with them, man. Gotta get out there and can't be afraid of them either.
Nah,
We know that world.
Yeah.
You know, we come from that world, man. I'll be crazy if I'm going to be afraid of my son. Yeah. Afraid of my nephews. I don't. My brain doesn't work like that.
And it's crazy to say, man. You just don't know how happy, man. I mean, see you run. Cause like, no, real talk, man. Not put none of the other people down that's running, but you the only person we had so far. Like, you ain't put this campaign before you. You put yourself first. Like people, it's like how people be like, I ain't got enough time to work out or get healthy, but they'll go to their job and go crazy. Right. I can't miss a day. I can't. But you put yourself on back burner. Because a lot of candidates we had up here, they don't even, they ain't even worry about themselves. They worry about candidate winning votes and stuff like that. They never got one step and said, man, let me focus on me. Because if you win you can win the world. Yeah. Go ahead. But if you lose you lose the world.
Go ahead. But
so I ain't trying to be piggyback and do all this crazy, but it's so good that you put you first with health, man. And that's the only way you can win.
I wish I was in the North Ward.
Like the only way you can win is health, man.
I wish I lived in the North Ward.
How you put
the vote for?
How you put all this people, everything first before you put you first? Yeah, now if you get right up there to the panel and fall dead, they're gonna put somebody replace you. But if you healthy up there, you gonna last.
There you go. There you go.
So that it just mean a lot, man, to see a brother like you, like me. You right now, you got me by a couple of years, got down by a couple of years.
Yes.
But man, I feel like I can run now. That's how you give us no encouragement.
You can.
I hope that's the point.
It's like you sit up here, no exaggeration, like Barack Obama when he ran, became president, be first black man. And stuff. Yes. That's how you feel. That's how I feel towards you right now. Like wow, because I grew with you before. I came up with you, bitch. We dancing, doing, doing all running the streets and everything. And for you to flip and worry about the city, because a lot of people take it and run, go to land and go all over. They run from the city, but you to get deep and with the youth. Like you stand in there, that you might be talking somebody got a pistol on them and like you don't need to do this. You like
sir.
All right, I could go deep, man, but I ain't gonna be on
youth. We know because youth development and recreation is like a key focus for a lot. So just expand on that for the people, man. Just give them like your plan, a blueprint, however it is, your makeup of that for people. People might not understand, your point on that.
One thing is, I'm always about youth development. Mm-hmm. There were enough programs and enough people when my generation, that late 80s, early 90s, we still had Weed and Seed.
Yeah.
We had Trenton Powell, we had the Teen Post, and a few other programs, and we had the human resource. Mm-hmm. I can remember Miss Kitty Cat who used to come take us to the Sixers game over there in Philadelphia. I can remember Mr. Tomcat at Trenton Powell. And not just the human resource, we also had the physical resource, the actual program that we look forward to being involved in. Yeah. North Trent Little League was popping.
Yes.
West Trent Little League was popping. The parks at the game, it was popping. You wanted to be involved in these programs. Mm-hmm. Now, because of technology and because of the mismanagement of funds that came to the city, a lot of these programs have disappeared and have been thrown away and thrown to the side, and you had basically a generation and a half. A generation is 20 years. Yeah. So if you were 18, 20 years from that, you now 38. Yeah. Imagine 20 years go by and there's no real programs for you. What are you left to deal with in a city like Trenton? Mm-hmm. The only market you have to build yourself as a young man is the street market. Yeah. Is the underworld market. Unless you have a marketable skill to create a job for yourself. Yes. But then you need job readiness skills. A lot of those programs are now reappearing, but you're talking about a whole generation and a half, 30 years. A lot of those things have gone, and look at the situation that we're dealing with out here. Yeah. Most of the young brothers who are caught up is that generation because there was nothing for them. So what I'm doing with youth development, but what we're doing with youth development and recreation is striving to we can't return back to history, but we can draw from that and bring back some of those elements from those programs. Having real solid mentorship programs, having real solid programs where young men and young women can come and learn their culture. That has to be first.
Yes.
The knowledge of themselves. And learning hunting skills. Right? Not just skills about getting a job. What about a job where you learning how to create a job for yourself? Learning how to build something for yourself. Not just getting you prepared to go out into a job world, but you don't have a value system right. You know, we have to do more than just say our children are going to go to school, get a job, and do good for society, not for themselves. Because most of the children who get degrees here, they leave and go somewhere else. They don't come back here.
True.
So youth development and recreation, it encompasses more than just us saying, we just want to offer you a few programs. No, we want to build your mind. We want to build your body. And since we are what we call park connoisseurs, working out in the parks, we want to turn our parks into outside interactive learning facilities. Where anytime you visit a park, you come into that park to build with brothers like yourself, build with brothers like myself. We have a program through the bartenders, what we do. When we bartend, we pulling up our attitude, we pulling up our character, we pulling up our personality, and we giving brothers life skills through exercise. We don't just exercise. When you pushing up your life. You pushing up your level of responsibility to the community. So now you can use exercise as a medium. You can use exercise as a metaphor for your life, so you can now uplift your community. So youth development encompasses all of that, man. And bringing back social spaces so our young people can gather. We mentioned EPs. That was a social space. We were able to release some of that pent up energy we had. We don't have that now.
Nah, we don't.
It's all encompassing when we talk about youth development and recreation, man.
Because that's how fitness say, man, we wouldn't be here without fitness, man. I'm saying, I ain't saying we won't. We still might be, but we don't know. But we know we here because of fitness. Like, we still with our family because of fitness. We building. We talking here, man, just because of fitness, man. Because just a couple years ago, we was, everybody was everywhere. Put like that. Now we sitting here as black young men. None of us ain't sitting there with no records. No, I'm just saying, running on a run. We ain't on the run eating no more. Put like that. We ain't on the run eating no more. We working. We working, man.
Yes, sir.
So it's a blessing. 3 black men?
Go ahead, bro. Wow. It's a rarity too.
And that's the pitch, and like how Devon be breaking down, like, yo, like what fitness is for, to pull up.
Go ahead.
It's like the push up. Right?
That's right,
Because
man.
think about it. When I was inside, that's what the working out was for.
Yes.
Let me get this stress off, man. I got all this time. This
That's
1 year getting off.
That's right.
You understand? So it was approached that way for me. And it also was approach of learning myself, the educational part, the history. I had to learn my history to understand me. You get what I'm saying? So when he started speaking on Huey P. Newton, you feel what I'm saying? The Malcolm. Our kids don't know them.
Go ahead, brother.
You get what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about their struggles and what they was fighting for.
Teach.
You know what I mean? So the schooling, education, the schooling give us a misguide of our people.
Teach.
So when we out here and we're in these communities and we start talking stuff like that, we become powerful when
Go
we
ahead,
learn this
man.
information.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So and that's dangerous, and that's why they hide it from us, because they know if we learn that stuff and really implement that into our life and our characters, man, we will be. I'm talking about, we will be
more
transformers,
powerful. Yes, sir.
We will transform.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
now,
sir.
when Devon make the call, it will be a pact.
Yes.
You make the call, it would be a pact, but for a cause, the right reasons, the building our community, the youth, the development, the elders will be safe walking to the store now.
That's right.
The young kid will open the door now for them and carry their bag home now. How it used to be coming up, you will open the door, let the elder walk in first. You will automatically get out their way when they come in. You will not cuss in front of them.
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Now a kid, you hear them cuss like parrots behind you. You sitting at a game. Young kids, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know if they say something or like, but that be happening like, yo, come on, man. You got to like look around you. Just look at the crowd around you. These older people to catch us up. And I think the more we do that, the more we start pulling up people, the better we will be moving forward, because the kids just need to know we love them.
There you have it.
You know what I mean?
What we're talking about is returning to that village mentality. That's why you notice in my platform and our logo, that's why the V is highlighted. That V is highlighted. That means the voice of the voiceless. It also means being vigilant against the atrocities that take place in our community, but it also means that village that we must return to. So again, elders offer us wisdom. Youth are for war. That means we are young enough, we're strong enough, we're authentic enough, and we're real enough to hit these streets, man, and talk to our young brothers.
Yes.
Not to talk down to them. A lot of these brothers just want to be told, man, yo, man, I'm thinking about you, young brother. Yo, man, I'm looking at you, man. I see what you up to, but somebody's loving on you, brother. If nobody told you today that they love you, I do. And I don't even know you. But I love you. A lot of time that can redirect his thought process, man.
Good, man.
A lot of brothers pull me to side to this day. We used to have Stop the Violence parties at the Trenton Teen Post, right? Brothers to this day, yo, man, that's the Stop the Violence, man. I'm talking about 20 years ago.
So
that means that those big, the block party, the Stop the Violence block party tours. You know, and that's how we address public safety in a real way. I figured we didn't need a whole bunch of police on the block. The police would be us as black men, because we know we have a relationship with the young brothers. We have a relationship with the young sisters. They can respond to and relate to somebody that's really going to speak to them and not be aggressive when we're talking to them, and not try to approach them in a way that's going to make them, you know, a bit reserved and want to fall back. So that's what the whole thing is with politics for me, man. This is not no career move for me. I'm not trying to be a politician. Like you said, brother, I want to be a point of inspiration for any and every young person that's coming behind us to say, well, man, I ain't got to go play ball. I'm going to be the mayor of this city. I want to be the city council person in my ward. I want to be that person that represents where a lot of us don't look forward to represent. A lot of us shun politics. Fine, man, I don't do that politics stuff, man. I understand. But best believe, brother, you might not do politics, but politics does you.
Facts.
Somewhere, somehow, you are affected by politics that goes on, especially locally.
That's so true. So true, man. I think like you be hitting it all on the board, man, what we facing, what we going through. And you've been doing this though, so like this is like if somebody know you, man, it's a no-brainer. You gotta say it's like boy, let's go in here. I'm gonna vote for right here. Definitely, if you're in the North Ward, man, you should be out, man, and voting for the brother, man, because this is what we need: vibrant, man, full of energy to pass to the people, you know, to spark other people. And like you said, you give a younger person inspiration, you inspire them to be something else. See, when we come up, we always look at for the basketball, for the football,
sports and entertainment. That's all well and good.
That's all well and good, but at the end of the day, when all that go left, what's next? So this
what
is
about
this
the
is
people
the
who govern these
cities.
cities? Come on, man.
And if we start looking more into that part, the politics part, and understand that we could do better if we get involved in politics. We sharpen up ourselves. We start inserting ourselves in these positions and running for these positions. We actually could do some great things.
Come on, man.
And that takes us for a whole, man. And
think about when you working out. Pardon me. Think about when we working out. We building our muscles. Some people, they build muscles because they want to look a certain way. There's an aesthetic that comes with having the muscles. People see you, whether it's women, whether whoever. You know?
I understand what I'm saying.
But imagine building our minds and bodies and putting ourselves in a place where now we become those individuals that are attracting power in politics. Not just attracting power because it looks good. We need power in this city. We need power. We need political power. We need educational power. We need economic power. We have resources, but we don't have a collective body where we can say now we're going to create our own candidates and not be scrambling for leadership.
True.
So that's what it is with me, man. I don't know how to be a politician. I know how to be an ambassador for my people, and I know how to speak truth to power, and I know how to put a different outlook on the minds and hearts of our people, man. That's what this is about. Nothing more, nothing less. And if I can be that point of inspiration, that's what I'm striving to do.
Man, we got to get ready to come up. Man, we want to just thank you, brother, man, for coming on, man. We
appreciative of this opportunity, man.
We appreciate you too for coming out, taking the time out on this rainy day, man, to get up out here, man. You could be anywhere, man, but you showed up, and we appreciate it. Man, Devon running for North Ward City Council, man. We're going to let him tell you where you can get him at and what number he is on the ballot real quick.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Number 4 on the ballot. Number 4 on the ballot. Look how those 4s line up, brother. I'm the 4th child of my parents. I'm the 4th child. I was born on the 31st. That's another number 4. This is your 31st show. So, and my name is divine. The D is the fourth letter of the alphabet, brother. Yes. This is alignment happening here, man. Yes. This is not just, some stuff that's all over the place, man. This was written. The ancestors wrote this in stone. That in the year 2022, the 22nd letter of the alphabet is V for victory. We not playing with this thing, man. This is all written on in the stars for us, man. We coming for this thing for real. If anybody want to reach us, the number is 609-338-2236. Divine for counsel, team victory. We coming for it, brother. I have no doubts whatsoever. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time come November the 8th. Everybody get on out November the 8th. 2022 is out with the old, in with the new. When I become counselor, you become counselor.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go, y'all. I love it just like that. Hey, yo, man, listen. Don't forget to check out the finish of the tip of the day, man, for Craig, man. Check us out on that YouTube, man. Make sure you subscribe to, man, How Fitness Changed Our Lives, man. Catch us on Instagram, too. It's going to be on Instagram, How Fitness Changed Our Lives podcast, man. And listen, man, we want to thank you, brother, man.
Yes,
and we know we wish you victory, man, on this coming November 8th, man. Where's my and just keep doing what you're doing, making a difference, because you've been doing it before this. So I want you just to keep doing it and keep making that impact, man. And we just thank you, brother. And we're going to leave everybody with, man, listen, man. Get inspired, man. Something like you going through whatever, man, but just get inspired, man. Let something pick you up, man, to push you forward, man. And just continue that journey through that struggle. I'm telling you, it get greater later, but you got to be willing to fight it every day.
Go ahead.
Fight it every day, man. And we're going to leave y'all with that. Peace.
Peace.